welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya. If you are new here, thanks for tuning in. If you are coming back, well, thanks for coming back because I do not post regularly whatsoever and I really need to work on that. But thanks for being here. Today I am going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. So we're in June. We're almost halfway through June. So I've decided to film this. I'm seeing it on YouTube all the time. I need to close my window. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, there were a lot of birds chirping outside my window and I didn't realize how loud it was until I started filming. So anyways, yes. Today we are going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. I have all of the questions on my phone, so we're just going to read them off and we're going to go from there. Yeah, I don't really have a plan for this. I just decided I was going to film it. So here we go. First question is the best book you've read so far in 2022. Best book I've read so far. Now I can't remember a single book that I've read this year. So hold on. Yes, I can. I know what I read this year. I read this is technically a reread, so I'm going to show you two. So I reread Every Heard a Doorway by Shauna Maguire, which was absolutely amazing. And then for the first time, I read Down Among the Sticks and Bones, which was also amazing. So these would probably be best books that I've read this year. If we are not counting those two, let me take a look at my Goodreads and see. Because I don't really know. I'm looking at all the books on my shelves. I don't have a great memory, so I kind of don't know anything. What is a good book that I read? Let's see. Yeah, honestly, those are probably the two. Those are probably the two that I would go with. I think everything else has either been like 4 stars or lower. I don't think I've given a ton of 5 stars. And if I have, they've either been rereads or like parts of series. So we'll go with these two. So Every Heard a Doorway, Down Among the Sticks and Bones, both by Shauna Maguire. I'm just gonna set those there. Okay. Next question is best sequel you read so far in 2016. Okay. So I said Down Among the Sticks and Bones. But that was the first question, so I'm gonna pick something else. So let's see. Sequels. What sequels have I read? I guess I'll say probably this one, but let's see if I can find another one. I'm checking against my Goodreads because, I was just real close to the camera there. Sorry. So I'm checking against my Goodreads because, like, my memory is crappy and I can't remember anything. Yeah, so I guess we'll say 2 for this. And we'll do Red Fox by Karina Halley, which is book 2 in the Experiment of Terror series. I'm reading the whole series this year. I'm currently on book 3 and I'm absolutely loving it. Another sequel is Along the Saltway Sea by A. Deborah Baker. This is another series that I started this year, so I read book 1 and book 2, so these are probably the 2 sequels that I would say. Next up we have Next question is most anticipated release for the second half of the year. It's probably going to be either Lore Olympus Volume 2 or I'm trying to think of what else comes out in the second half of the year. Again, let me check my Goodreads because I have it all there. Into the Wind-Wrecked Wilds, which is the third book in the... I don't know what the series is called. Let me see if I can find it. The Up and Under series. So, third book in Up and Under series is another one that I'm really excited for. Let's see. Those are probably those are probably the two that I'm most excited for. And I do know volume 2 and 3 are coming out in the second half of the year, so excited for both of those. And then, yeah, we'll say Into the Wind-Wrecked Wild by A. Deborah Baker, which is also known as Shauna Maguire. I would have said Silverborn, which is the fourth book in the Morgan Crow series, but that got pushed to next year. So that's no longer coming out this year, which is sad, but like also like good that she's taking her time with it. Okay. To the next question. Oh, I guess I kind of skipped some. Okay, we're going out of order now. So for... Again, that was technically question 3. So, new release you haven't read yet, but want to. And I have a couple for this. I have a lot. Not really. We'll show 4. That's what we'll do. We'll do... No, we're gonna do 5. Ooh, ignore that. So first up, we have Beautiful Little Fools by Jillian Cantor. And this is like a Great Gatsby book. And so it's, I believe it's like from the perspective of, it's more about like Daisy and all like what would have happened if, now I can't remember. It's more about the women in Great Gatsby than, like, Gatsby. So, I'm a huge fan of that Great Gatsby, so I'm really excited for this one. Next up, I have A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy I.L. Lynn. I'm not sure which one. Next up is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea. And up we have... So This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. And that is about, I guess I'll still hold it. This is about a grab the dust jacket for this one. That's what the dust jacket looks like. Okay. Next question. Okay. Next question is biggest disappointment. And, you know, I don't really think I've had anything, like, really, truly disappoint me. But let's see. Looking at my Goodreads. Because that's where I keep all my star ratings. Ophelia, After All. And this is a cute, like, contemporary. It's a YA contemporary. And I guess... I just wanted more from it, but I've come to realize that I think contemporary isn't for me. I always need some kind of, what is it? Some kind of like magical adventure kind of aspect, I guess, to it. And so while this was cute, it just didn't end up being for me. I think this is a great book and I think a lot of people will love it. But yeah, and it wasn't like a huge disappointment. It was still a 3 stars, so it was still a good book. I just wish it would have, like, I wish it would have been like a magical realism kind of aspect. So, yeah. Next question is, I keep turning away from the camera and I'm sorry. Next up is biggest surprise. Biggest surprise. This is kind of a hard one. Biggest surprise. I guess we'll go with as many books as I thought I did this year. Biggest surprise. This is kind of hard. I don't really know. I guess I'll say we'll do this one. And we're going to say In an Absent Dream by Shauna Maguire. So this is the, which one is it? It is the, sorry, let me find it. Sorry. Okay, this is the 4th book in the Wayward Children series. And this is Lundy's book. And in the other, like, 3 books before this, Lundy, like, well, I guess she was really only in the 1st book. But she wasn't my favorite character. And I didn't really think I would enjoy the Goblin Market. Like, I thought it was going to be my least favorite world. But I ended up giving it 5 stars. And I ended up actually really enjoying Lundy's story. And I think it gave a lot more insight into Lundy as a character. So, I ended up really enjoying it. So, even though I thought I was going to give it 3 stars just because I didn't think it was going to be, like, for me, as in the sense, like, I didn't think I was going to enjoy this type of world, it turned out way better than I thought it was. So, we'll go with this for biggest surprise. So, In an Absent Dream by Shauna Maguire. I'm running out of space to put these. It's fine. Okay. Next question is favorite new author. And this can be either a debut author or just, like, new to me. And I think for that, I will say, oof, this is hard. Because I think really all of the authors that I've, like, come to love, I think I read last year. So I don't really think I've read any new to me authors this year that, like, I've, like, come to love. So we will say, I guess we'll say, yeah, this one's hard. I didn't realize this was going to be this hard. We'll reuse some. So I'll say either Rachel Smith, who wrote Lore Olympus, or I'll say A. Deborah Baker, because even though this is technically Shauna Maguire, it's a different pen name, so I'm going to count it as a different author. So these would probably be the 2. Other than that, I think everyone else I've already, like, read one book before, and I've read one book by them before, so I'm either reread or, like, continuing in a series. Next question is newest fictional crush. And I'm probably going to say I don't have one. I don't know. Fictional crushes just, like, aren't really my thing. So I don't think I have an answer for that one. So we're going to skip it. A book that made me cry. Oof. I don't think anything has really made me cry this year. Which is sad. Yeah, I don't think any book that I've read has made me cry. The Train to Impossible Places by P.G. Bell, and Wild Lore, The Accidental Apprentice by Amanda Foody. These are both middle grades, and they were just super entertaining, and they made me smile the whole time, and they were great, and they made me really happy. So I think I both gave these 4 stars, so well, they weren't like 5-star reads. They were still great, and they made me smile. So we're gonna count those. I'm out of room. I'm out of room, and I've lost my phone. Oh, I found it. Okay. Next up is most beautiful book you bought so far this year or received. Most beautiful book. It would probably be like literally any of these special editions down here. And I'm not going to pull all of them out. So we'll go with this because I think they're great. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. So Desperate Measures by Katie Roberts. Learn My Lesson by Katie Roberts. A Worthy Opponent by Katie Roberts. The Beast by Katie Roberts. The Sea Witch by Katie Roberts. And Queen Takes Rose, also by Katie Roberts. So these are her like special edition hardbacks that she did specifically. And so they all have like dark edges and there's fun stuff on the inside. So these are probably my favorite set that I've gotten this year. I have a bunch of others that I really love as well. But I just picked that one. So, alright. Next question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? Okay. So by the end of the year, I want to do a lot. So we'll kind of pick a stack and we'll go from there. I'm not going to do ones that are like, that I've already mentioned. Such as like books that have come out this year that I still need to read. So these are probably all going to be backlist stuff. But yeah. And we'll do this one. Okay. So books I want to read by the end of the year. So I just picked a couple. I want to read Come Tumbling Down, Across the Green Grass Field, and Where the Drowned Girls Go. I think that's the only ones that I need to read. Yeah. So these are the last 3 in the Every Heart a Doorway series, the Wayward Children series, that's what these are called. So the last 3 in the Wayward Children series I want to read before the end of the year. I also want to read Acceptance by Jeff Vandermeer, which is the 3rd book in the Southern Reach trilogy. I also want to read Strange Practice by Vivian Shaw, which is like a murder mystery with dead people. Yeah, so she treats the undead, but something starts happening, and so it's like a murder mystery, and she has to like find out what's going on. So that one sounds good. I also want to read A Curious Beginning, which is another murder mystery. This is the 1st book in the Veronica Speedwell series. I forget what happens in this one, but I know it's cute. I know it's a historical, like, cozy mystery kind of vibes, and I know a lot of the YouTubers I watch have really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to read it. And the last question is, I don't know if I'm in frame. Last question is favorite book community member. I'm going to give a couple answers for this. So, first ones are going to be ones that I've been watching for a while. And that's going to be Kayla from Books and Lala. I love her channel. She's great. We will do Erin from Booked and Busy. I think she has a great channel, and I love her, all of her videos and stuff. And let's see. yeah, so we'll do those two that I've been watching for like a pretty good amount of time. And then one of the newer booktubers that I've started watching, who is absolutely amazing, and y'all should go check out and subscribe, is Katie Coulson. She's great. She has amazing energy. But she's probably the newest one that I've started watching. So we'll say those three. I watch a ton of other booktubers and like could do a huge list. But those are like the main three that I watch. So those are the ones we're going to go with. I'll link all their stuff below too, so if you guys want to go check them out, you can. I highly recommend it as they are amazing. Okay, so that was all of the questions. Let me stack all these up for you. Okay. I don't know if you can see all these, but here are all the books that I used to answer these questions. Yeah, this is a lot more than I thought it would be, but there we are. And that concludes the mid-year book freakout tag. 14 questions. Some that I didn't have answers to, so we just skipped. Some I had multiple answers to, so I feel like it balances out. And yeah, all of my information will be linked down below, so Goodreads, Instagram, all that kind of stuff, if you want to check me out there. And yeah, thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more from me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.